Untamed. Untamed.
Alrighty, folks, it's Farrell with Untamed TV. We're here. It's like a lair, I guess you would call it. We've got this fancy waterfall. The waterfall's here. Sorry, we got the fancy waterfall. It looks really nice. You know, it's hard to tell because I'm backwards. And I'm here with Dane Allred. Dane, you have a product called All Natural Bee Butter.
Yep.
What exactly is bee butter? Is it the udders? You milk them? How does that work?
No. Well, I started out as a beekeeper about 6 years ago, and just fascinated with bees. I always wanted to do that, and finally found the time to do it, and bought a beehive, and I started making stuff with the beeswax that the bees produced, and giving away honey, and just made candles with it. I made chapstick for my granddaughters. One of the things I made was a skin moisturizer that I gave to friends and family. Christmas time, give it to neighbors. And everybody really liked that product, and I had a lot of people say, you should sell that stuff. Well, I didn't know how to do that. I thought, well, yeah, that'd be nice, but...
You're not a marketing genius.
I had no clue where I'd start doing something like that, and I gave it away for several years, and one day my daughter got a tattoo, and the products that she was using, she had tried several different ones. One was kind of a Vaseline type thing, and it left it gooey, and she didn't like that. Another one was a wrap that she put on her arm, and it kept coming off, and another one, she said, stung like alcohol when she put it on. She didn't like that, and so she tried several of the major competitors' aftercare for tattoos, and then she remembered that I had given her some of my bee butter. That's what I called it then, and still do. So she put some of that on her tattoo, and she said, "Oh man, I love the feel of this. It's soothing. It doesn't make it takes the redness away, or the She just said, "This is great. I should tell my dad about it."
Well, Dane's my neighbor. I don't know if he wants anybody to know that. And he brought some over, and my daughters love it. But what I've noticed is, unlike lotion, it doesn't absorb in so fast. It's like it stays for a minute.
That's what I like about it, is it lasts a long time. You can put it on and tell a difference. An hour later, you can tell that it's still doing good. And so it lasts a long time. And the tattoo industry was just kind of a surprise. I've never got a tattoo in my life.
Yeah, me either.
But my daughter loves them, and she said, we should make some samples up and take it to the tattoo artists and the owners, let them try it, get some feedback from them, see what they think. Maybe there's a market for this. So we shopped around. We found some different containers. We made a little label to go on top. This is what we first started with. Something that looked like a black label with a bee on it, and we later evolved, and my daughter made this bee, so we went to a yellow background with a kind of a cartoon bee.
A happy little bee, not quite so angry as this one.
Yeah, that's an angry bee. This is a happy bee. Then my wife started to design a really cool looking bee that could be made into a tattoo or something. And so now we're actually playing with a third design.
Make the stinger a tattoo needle on the bee. That would be awesome.
We want to tell the people that this takes the sting away.
Yeah, that's not good.
So we're trying to promote the positive things, but we got a lot of really positive feedback from the tattoo artists. They were very helpful in telling me what type of things they look for and need, and what's good and what's bad, and it gave me lots of ideas for improvement. So we started experimenting with the Ogden shops around here, and I have a lot of them that love it, and they use it to put on while the tattoo's being applied. That was a surprise. I thought it would just be an aftercare, and they said no, it works great for applying the tattoo, because the stencil they draw on there, this keeps it on there longer, and it doesn't run off.
Traces it off. Yeah.
And so there's a lot of them that love it for the application of the tattoo. Some use it primarily for aftercare. Some use it for both. So I got lots of people using it. I've got it in about 6 or 8 health food stores, shops to sell things.
So it's almost like you just take the honey off the beeswax and throw the honey away, right? And then you wad it up in a ball.
No. We love the honey. The honey's why we started doing it. The wax and things that we made stuff with was just kind of a byproduct, and it was fun to take the extract the honey and take the wax and melt it down and filter it. And there's quite a process to taking wax from a hive and making it usable.
I was just going to ask you, how did you get into beekeeping? What made you think, I'm going to start keeping bees?
Well, bees are intriguing. They're just fascinating. The more you learn about them, the more fascinating they are. And there's just so many aspects to bees and bees, the products they make. I did it primarily because I wanted to learn about bees, and I loved fresh, raw honey. It tastes so much better than the store-bought, and so that was why I primarily bought a hive and started doing it. But I just had fun making things with the wax and different things after. And so it just evolved, and I've been beekeeping for about 6 years. I got up to about 11 hives in 2015. I had all of them die except for one hive.
That's not good. I didn't mean to laugh. Sorry.
No, I'm barely a beekeeper still. Just one hive. At least it was alive when winter began. I haven't checked on it. I got to wait till the weather warms up to know if it's still alive or not. And I usually catch 2 or 3 swarms in the spring. I'll probably
get like a big mason jar and run around and pick it around.
Kind of. I have people call me all the time and say there's a big ball of bees hanging on my tree or in a bush or on the side of a fence or a wall.
You go and gather them up.
I do. I have a beekeeping suit and I bring a cardboard box, and if it's up on a branch, it's real easy. You just put the box underneath the branch and give it a good shake, and the bees, about 80% of them fall in the box. And
that'd be a great practical joke, just throwing in beehives. like someone leaves their car unlocked, just throw it in there.
I haven't tried that yet. That's maybe.
So you get the honey from the beehives, but how exactly do you get the wax out of it? I mean, it's not like you have like a big cauldron, you just put a beehive in and melt it down, or is it?
Well, when you extract the honey, you have cappings, what they call the part you skim off the top. That's primarily wax with a little honey. You have all sorts of wax from different sources. You have to eventually melt it all down into a liquid form and filter it through some cheesecloth, or sometimes we just use a paper towel and filter it through. And what you get in the bottom is a nice, pure, yellow, beautiful wax.
Beautiful wax, and it just dries and cools down. And
I used to use my own beeswax to make this, and now that I've started selling this product, I'm producing so much that I have to buy my wax now on the internet.
Oh, really?
So I have 2 or 3 sources that I buy my beeswax from. I make this primarily with coconut oil, shea butter, beeswax, and jojoba oil. Those are the
jojoba oil.
Yeah,
does that come from Hawaii or something?
No,
I've never heard.
It comes from a nut, and has a lot of nice properties to it. That I try to make it so that it's not a heavy, greasy feel, a very light oil skin, or light oil on my skin, and it has a lot of medicinal properties and healing properties, and that's one of the reasons I got started doing this. Also, my wife has a lot of aches and pains. She has fibromyalgia and neuropathy in her feet, and so I've experimented with adding things to my basic bee butter recipe. Menthol crystals, camphor.
You're like a chemist.
Well, I'm a tinkerer. More of a tinkerer than a chemist. But I read up on the properties of it. I'm trying to find things that have pain relieving properties. And especially all natural. That's what, my product, I'm calling it all natural bee butter, and that's a big appeal to a lot of people, that we don't have chemicals, we don't have additives, everything is all natural, and so that's a big appeal, and we try to stay down that line in the things that we add to it. But I've got a different side that I don't really sell, that I mix things in, the menthol crystals, the camphor, the
it's kind of personal use stuff.
Yeah, I give it to family and friends to say, try this, see if this helps with the aches and pains.
So besides tattoo shops, where in town could somebody pick this stuff up and try it out?
I've got it in stores like Harvest Moon in Layton, I just took a box to them yesterday, and places that sell natural foods, the Hidden Sage and Sunset.
Oh, I know Doug really well. Yeah, Doug's a good guy.
So I've got some out there. I've got several boxes up in Idaho by Island Park. We went camping there last summer with some friends. And I had 2 or 3 boxes with me, and I said, I'm going to go to these gas stations and grocery stores.
Traveling salesman.
Well, I tell them about my product and tell them I'm wholesaling it. I'm selling them a box of 20 for a reduced price, and they can turn around and resell it for whatever they want to mark it up at. And a lot of them said, yeah, I'll give it a try. Give me a box, And so I've got it in stores up by Island Park. I've got it up in Logan. I got it.
So you also have a Facebook page, correct?
I do. All Natural Bee Butter.
All Natural Bee Butter on Facebook. Everybody's got Facebook, so they can contact you there and get a hold of you as well.
Yeah, I'm in the process of getting a website. We're trying to figure out how we can expand beyond just Ogden area.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Local. So I've got a few of the tattoo artists that really love this product, and are going to start taking it to tattoo conventions and selling it there. And so my product will let people try it further and further away, and hope to be able to sell it on Amazon. And
you got your start right here. We're the first one to put it out. So
right here.
Well, maybe not your start. You probably did a lot of work.
This is what will make me famous. And,
yeah, for sure.
The second Burt Bees.
Yeah, it almost makes me want to get a tattoo now. Just to try it, almost.
You should.
I'm too scared of tattoos. I can never do. So make sure you get on Facebook. Look for All Natural Bee Butter. Dane, thanks for coming to talk to me. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
UNTAMED.